I'm Josh Dreiling with Geoprobe Systems in the engineering department. This is our new SRC30DT Sonic Rod Carrier. Today I'm going to show you over the control panel real quick and just give you basic functions on what's going on here. Right here we have our MD4 display, which is becoming common on all of our rigs. It has a touch screen, and then we also have push buttons below it so that way you can keep the screen clean when you got dirty hands. We have an e-stop. Over here we have our rod rack level control to tell which level on the rack you want. This runs the toggles on the carriage. And then down here we have these taller joysticks that are twofold. They run the carriage functions, or you can switch over for your track mode from the control panel when you're doing fine adjustment on positioning. Over here we have our joystick, which runs the carriage up and down. It rolls it left and right, and then runs the rod in and out. So that's a quick overview of the control panel. Now we'll move on to Outrigger Controls. Here we have our Outrigger Controls. We have these first four right here run your outriggers each corner up and down independently. Once you have your machine up in the air and leveled off using the bubble level right here, if needed, you can use the side shift function of the outriggers to fine-tune the adjustment side to side or slight twist. In the rear corner of the machine, we have our diesel fuel tank. We have our hydraulic tank. Have storage up here. Right now we have our tether cable and remote. You have a system, hydraulic pressure, master disconnect, and access for your battery. We also have storage for your hydraulic drain tube. Also in this corner is one of the three machine e-stops and a hanger for your remote or your tether remote control. Back here we have access to our fuse control panel. Now we'll move around to the engine compartment. And now we're on the back corner that houses the Kubota V2403 Tier 4 engine, putting out 65 horsepower. In here, we have access to our dipstick, oil fill, oil filter, fuel filter. On the other side is access to the fuel water separator. And then also back here is our third of the three e-stops. One feature of this machine is removable rod racks. By pulling this lever, it uncouples two pins. You can then pull it out to decon or add another rack of rods to continue your hole. The track frame on this machine is TC30 track frame by Geoprobe that we use on the 3230 and 3126 machines. And now we're at the front of the SRC30DT. This is the rod carriage, the heart and soul. This is what goes up and down to grab rods from either side. It'll tilt either side depending on which rack you're working out of. Then you have arms down there that will tilt the rods in the rack to load them into the carriage. Then we have an alignment pin right here to aid you when you're loading rods back into the machine. So that was a quick walk around of the Geoprobe SRC30DT Sonic Rod Carrier. If you have any other questions or would like to know more information, don't hesitate to call or visit geoprobe.com.